Good morning, Governor Ivey, AFC Commissioners, Mr. Oates, AFC lead team and staff, and distinguished guests. I would like to welcome you to the graduation ceremony for the 2021-22 Alabama Forest Commission Forestry Academy. Last year, the AFC decided to bring back an old tradition and conduct a training mission to educate our new hires on the various aspects of working for the Alabama Forestry Commission. The mission, in order to better serve the public, is to provide all our employees with the knowledge and the tools to safely perform the job, to perform consistently across the state and the communication between agency employees both in the field and the state level. This will be strengthened and provide the resources both needed to accomplish our goals of training these new employees. The safety of our employees and the service of our clients, the citizens of Alabama, will be our highest priority. The Academy also indirectly builds relationships among the new hires and the older team members to mentor these employees throughout their careers. Now, the Academy is broken into two sessions. Session 1 being the forest protection and administrative duties. Here, the employee obtains the basic training on wildland firefighting and the equipment operation, along with learning our administrative duties and how to conduct their business. This session is to fine-tune the employee to be a better public servant to the citizens and the landowners of Alabama. Session 2, another 4-week session in the spring that transitions from the incident response world to serving Alabama landowners and the public directly with sound forest management duties. Session builds employees to bridge that education gap between the landowners and the professional forester. These are standards we demand of each of our employees, and for 8 weeks, these guys have been drilled with that mentality. The AFC mission is to protect, sustain, and educate. And that mission has been portrayed to each of these guys in a manner that positively affects the landowners and protects them from negative issues. The word commitment has been thrown around a lot during the Academy. Everyone in the agency, first the employees attend the Academy and put their lives on hold 2 months to attend this Academy. The instructors and the lead team have committed some portion, sometimes a full week at times, to this Academy, as well as supported in some form or fashion from the headquarters in the field. Employees from the field have spent 2 to 4 weeks helping make this Academy what it is. Finally, the field staff that wasn't physically here held the fort down back at home while their co-workers spent the time they needed to spend down here to train at the Dixon Center. Rather, if you help purchase items, teach a class, manage the logistics here at the Dixon Center, I thank all that you did. The last item I'd like to talk about is the staff of the Dixon Center. Joe Martin, John Gilbert, Susan Cannon, all the staff have been great to work with. There are not many places you can go conduct such a logistically complex event and get the assistance that y'all have given us, and I appreciate that. They have literally opened the doors and gave us the keys to the city. Thank you for supporting our academy. This is now the completion of the second academy since our reboot last year. 16 employees are graduating. I appreciate each of your commitment, your attitude throughout the time we spent together and learning what we did here. You have built a tremendous working network here and have all the support to help you throughout your career. Thank you and congratulations on completing the academy. At this time, I'd like to turn it over to the Assistant State Forester, Will Bradley.
Good morning, everybody. To the students, I really want to thank you for being here. It goes without saying that it has been a sacrifice for each of you to have been here for a total of 8 weeks, and we recognize that and we appreciate it. We think at the end of the day and hope that it will have been a worthwhile endeavor for you. We certainly believe it will be. You know, I also want to extend an appreciation to your support networks. We are very pleased today to welcome several spouses to some of our graduating students today. Thank you for taking the time to be here. you held the fort down at home while they were here, and we appreciate that. Thank you. 2 years ago, our state forester and our agency commissioners had a vision to reinitiate the old Forestry Academy. Not only was that a nod to our agency's history and past, but it was also an idea for us to reboot, as Brad said, how we educate and train our employees and do it in a standardized way. So we can go about the day-to-day business of our agency in a fashion that makes the most sense. It is not the academy of old. It needed to reflect the current makeup of the organization today and the current size of the organization, but it is similar nonetheless. And we know it's gonna pay great dividends moving forward, and we've already seen some of the evidence of that. As Brad noted in his comments, this is a big effort logistically to plan this and pull it off. You've done a great job. Thank you for all your work there. Likewise, we had to have curriculum. So curriculum was developed both on the protection side and the management side. And there's too many people within the agency and outside the agency that are thanked specifically, but I do want to thank John Goff and Dana Stone, our division directors, for helping make this a reality. I also want to recognize the rest of the agency leadership sitting back there, our regional foresters and division directors. They have been very accessible throughout this entire 8-week process, and the state forester wanted it that way. Just know that even outside of this, that's going to continue moving forward within the agency. So don't ever hesitate to reach out to any one of us if there's any questions or concerns. And I want to just say the same comments about Joel and John and Susan, the whole team here. They've been great. There's not a better venue to do something like this, and we really appreciate your support and support of our university. Finally, there can't be an academy without students. So you folks were selected for this academy. You are now the second graduating class, and that is something you should take great pride and accomplishment in. You are very much a part of something big and something new within this agency, kind of a reboot of this agency in the way we do things. You should be very proud of that. And we hope that you're going to look back on this time and reflect and recognize that and keep it with you. And we trust that and hope that each of you have learned and benefited along the way, and benefited in a way that not only enriches your career, but enriches your interactions with the state forest landowners, the clientele that we serve. And it is a privilege to do that. And that may be the most important thing I'll leave with you today. Remember who we work for, who is the people of Alabama. And we always take a service-oriented attitude with you wherever you go. So thank you for everything that you've done and that you're gonna do, and thank you for being part of this academy and making it a great success, and great good luck to each of you moving forward with the rest of your career with our agency.
Okay, next we will do some awards that we give out each session. These awards recognize a team from, so the guys are divided into groups. This year it was 4 groups. They have teams throughout each session. We'll have a team award and a few individual awards. So first I'd like to do the team award. The team award is the award awarded to the best overall performing team throughout the Alabama Forest Commission Academy, Session 2. And in this session, Team Beach Fuzz, which is made up of Jack Fulmer, Chris Finley, Olden Miles, and Luke Williamson. Y'all can come up and be recognized. All right, the next one is the Hard Hat Award. The Hard Hat Award goes to the student demonstrating the best work ethic during the Forestry Commission's Forestry Academy of Session 2, Michael Smiley. award is the James Hall Award, awarded to the student demonstrating the most dedication during the Forestry Academy Session 2. And this award is being recognized in memory of late Chilton County Ranger James Hall. Brett Boyd. Our next award is the State Forester Award, awarded to the most improved student throughout the Alabama Forest Commission Forestry Academy in Session 2, Kyle Barnett. Last selected award by the instructors is the Bill Moody Award for being recognized as the late state forester, Mr. Bill Moody. And the award is the student demonstrating the best leadership skills and most outstanding performance during the Forestry Academy in Session 2, Jonas Freeman. Our final award is voted on by the students themselves. This is the captain award. We had a captain in the first session, this will be a captain in the second session. So the award is voted among their peers for being responsible, setting a good example, and pulling the team together through the Alabama Forest Commission's Academy Session 2. And I had to ensure everybody voted because it's probably the tightest vote yet, but it went to Bryant Lawrence.
Agenda to make sure I'm not next. Let me add my congratulations to all of you for completing the academy. I hope you found this program has been worth your time. We've worked hard to make it an experience similar to one that the employees went through back in the early days of the agency, but have also had to adjust it a little bit to make it meet our times and the things that we deal with today. But regardless of the format, the information and training that you've received is going to make you better equipped to be an employee of the Alabama Forestry Commission and the job that you have to do every day. So there are three things I want to that I know have been stressed throughout this academy, and I just want to leave these thoughts with you. First is attention to safety. The second is a reminder, as Will said, that we're tasked to serve the people of Alabama. And the third is a challenge to get involved. And I know speakers throughout the academy, both sessions, have talked about those things. So I want to just talk about those real quickly. First, your safety is our number one goal. All of you have a dangerous job, whether it's putting out a wildfire, hauling a bulldozer, lighting prescribed fire, or heck, these days even just driving a pickup truck down the road. There's inherent danger in everything that you do, and I hope that you've learned to do your jobs a little bit safer through the 8 weeks you've spent down here. In my short time here, we've had one line of duty death, and you're going to see in a minute a slide that has a picture of the Alabama State Capitol with the flags at half-mast. That picture was taken on the day that the director of Governor Ivey, the flags were lowered in honor of James Hall. And that took a big toll on this agency and the people that worked here, and I hope we never go through it again. And I hope that y'all remember that image and keep it in your minds and use it to remember to do what you do safely, because that is our number one goal. Secondly, as I've said, I hope you want to you learned that your job is to serve the people of Alabama. I've told all our employees many times that's our job. It's important certainly that we do the things we do to help landowners and all that, but everything we do is service to the people of this state. Whether it's putting out a fire, working with landowners on management plans, or cleaning up after a storm. Those are the things that we do, and it's all done for the people of Alabama. A career in state government is a public service career. And whatever you do, just remember, that's the folks we work for are the citizens of the state. So whatever you're challenged to do, whether you perceive it to be your job or not, remember that if we're asked to do it by the state or by the governor or anybody else, that we're gonna do our job, and that's what we're supposed to do. So that service, public service, is what we're all here for. And third, as several of our speakers throughout the academy have stressed, you need to get involved in your local communities and beyond. Work with your local legislators, county commissions, and others in your community to do the things that you need to do on a local level. Get to know your local leaders, and be there when they call on you to do something. Be there to help them. Be there to do what you can. But get involved and get to know those folks in your local communities. Yes, our jobs are mainly in the woods. That's what we're mostly tasked to do. But it's also when you're at the restaurant at lunch, the local restaurant eating lunch, and somebody comes up to you and wants to talk to you about forest management, or thinks you're a game warden, whatever it is, do what you can to help them. Just remember that you're there and you're the face of this agency. So get involved, and that's part of getting involved, is speaking to the people in public and letting them know that you're here to help them. So, you know, that's a vital part of your job every day, is meeting people, being the face of this agency. So I just ask that you leave the academy with those three ideals in your head: safety, service, and public involvement. That's what drives this agency and will lead you to have a successful career in this agency. Switching gears, as Will mentioned, I do want to thank the people that have been involved in putting this program together. Like Will, I can't name everybody, but I will. Brad, thank you for your hard work. I know it's probably more than you expected it to be when you took on the challenge of leading this academy, but you've done a great job, you and your team, of pulling it off as seamlessly as possible. So thank you. And again, thank you to the students for the sacrifice that you made to be here. I know it was a sacrifice. Thank you to the spouses of the students, as Will mentioned. That's y'all are giving up a lot of your husband's times to be here, and I know it was hard on you to have them gone for 8 weeks, but what they've learned here will keep them safer. So just remember that. So it is now my privilege and honor to introduce our guest speaker this morning, the Honorable Kay Ivey, Governor of the great state of Alabama. Those who know Governor Ivey will know that she is one of us, a forest landowner who takes pride in managing the forest with which she's been entrusted. Governor Ivey is a tree farmer and a treasure forest owner, and she's actively been managing her family's forest for many years, and wants to leave the property in better shape than it was when she acquired it. Governor Ivey has held the top office in Alabama since April of 2017. At that time, she ascended from the office of Lieutenant Governor, which post she had held for 6 years previously. She was elected to her first full term as governor in 2018. She's also served 2 terms as state treasurer. She taught high school, worked in banking, and for the Alabama Commission on Higher Education. She's received many awards for her service to Alabama, including the Alabama Farmers Federation Service to Agriculture Award. Growing up in the small town of Camden in Wilcox County and working on her family's farm taught the future governor to value hard work and the necessity of living within one's means. Her parents instilled in her the values of faith, family, and community, which have helped her succeed in her chosen careers and to lead this state. Governor, it means a lot to these young men and women who are just beginning their careers in state service that you're willing to take your time to come here and be with them today. We know you're busy, especially with elections going on and campaigning, so we really appreciate you taking the time to be here. As you've heard, these young men and women have spent 8 weeks learning to do their jobs and learning to do better, and they've risen to the challenge, and we are ready to move them on in the agency and get them back to work now. I also want to take the time personally just to thank you for being a supporter of this agency. Since you became governor and I became state forester on April 10th of 2017, I've always been able to count on your support and your help for this agency, whether it was dealing with our budgets. I remember one of the first days both of us were in office, you called me to help me with a little bit of funding that we needed, or whether it was getting the National Guard helicopters to help us put out a fire, or even letting Smokey Bear sit in your office for a video we had to produce. You've always been there, you've always answered our calls, and we greatly appreciate that. And I know I told you that I'd never tell you how to vote. I'm not gonna tell you how to vote, but on May 24th, I'm gonna tell you that I'm gonna vote for Governor Ivey. So that's all the politics I'm gonna give on here. But I am pleased to have Governor Ivey as our leader, and we appreciate her coming today. Would you please welcome Governor Ivey to the podium?
Thank y'all. Well, good morning, everybody. Rick, thank you so much for that kind introduction, and thank you for your strong leadership of the Alabama Forestry Commission. It's an honor to be here today as we celebrate the accomplishments of these new graduates and prepare them to work in our state's forests. I'm proud to see that the 17 of you who stayed the course and completed this challenging program. In doing this, each of you showed your grit, your resilience, and your dedication to protecting Alabama's forests. And you are ensuring that they are kept beautiful for future generations to enjoy. Many Alabamians don't realize what our forests do for us on a daily basis. Here in the state of Alabama, we are proud to have one of the most productive timberlands in the world. On over 23 million acres of land, some 16 billion trees are providing jobs for our citizens, keeping our oxygen and drinking water clean, and serving as one of the state's major sources of natural beauty. Without our forest industry, Alabama would lose 111,000 jobs and hundreds of millions of jobs that await you, and hundreds of millions in yearly revenue. I say this today because I can't stress enough to each of you the importance of the job that awaits you. I'm more than proud to say that less than 10% of Alabama's timberland is publicly owned. We recognize that private lands create public benefits for the people of Alabama. But this also means it's imperative we stand ready to assist and educate landowners on issues like fighting wildfires and conducting controlled burns. Time and time again, we've seen poor forest management practices have catastrophic results throughout the United States. Some may say the best management strategy is just simply, we'll leave the trees alone. But that reality is that train of thought can often lead to folks losing their homes, businesses, and industries that rely on healthy forests being crippled. The safety and sustainable growth of our forests requires our full attention and proactivity. This is where each of you will make a significant impact in furthering the interest of Alabama from both the environmental and economic standpoint. And some of you may not know this, but my family has a proud history of working in several industries that directly rely on the health of our forests. My grandfather, Thomas T. Ivey, owned and operated Beatrice Lumber Company in Monroe County for many, many years. The operation included a sawmill and a planer mill that my father, Nettles Ivey, grew up working on. My father was a veteran of World War II, and I was born while he was fighting in the Battle of the Bulge. After the war, he returned home to our family and our family farm in Camden, and would go to work every day in Gee's Bend community for the Farmers Home Administration, teaching new farming methods like how to treat cotton for boll weevils. My family ran a farm that originally focused on cattle, but later transitioned to timber. From the time I was big enough to get up on a horse, I was herding cattle and helping my dad look after our land. So needless to say, I learned to appreciate our forests from a very early age. I also gained valuable insight into what it means to be a property owner and the many challenges these good people overcome on a daily basis to ensure our state and country alike can get what they need. That is why, as your governor, I have supported private property rights and actively looking for ways to ensure our forests and industries surrounding them remain strong. Each of you has answered an important calling, and I'm confident that you will all go on to do great things for our state. My advice is to be a strong resource for those you serve. Actively look for ways to cooperate with landowners and educate the general public. Always represent the commission and the state of Alabama with respect and integrity. So thank you for all your service to our great state, and congratulations to each of you who are about to graduate. May God continue to bless each of you and the great state of Alabama.
All right, so now, we would, give you the diplomas, if you come, we'll get a picture, and then you can exit out the stage. Zach Alford. Owen Andrews. Kyler Barnett. Brett Boyd. Chris Finley. John T. Ford. Jonas Freeman. Andrew Height. Tadrick Blair. Braxton Lashley. Bryant Lawrence. Holden Miles. Joseph Pruitt. Austin Reese. Completing session 2, we had Nick Richardson. Michael Smiley. Benjamin Luke Williamson. Good job, man. That will conclude the ceremony. I do want to say I really appreciate everybody, all the students. It has been a tough road at times and a fun time. Motto was work hard, play harder. So I think we did that. We accomplished that, and everybody had a good time doing it. Thank you, everybody, for supporting this academy. And right after this, we will adjourn now and have a group picture with the students down here with the governor. So you are adjourned. Thank you. Same kind of format.